legends, James here from GAMAFLARE, and round 5 of the V8 Winter Series brought us to one of the most iconic circuits in sim racing, Bathurst, a track where commitment is rewarded, mistakes are punished, and surviving all 23 laps is never guaranteed. As the race unfolded, consistency and staying out of trouble became just as important as outright pace. On the restart, Fox spun, exiting Hell Corner, while later in the race, Valk's charge came to an unfortunate end after finding the wall at Skyline. But the drive of the day belonged to Fraser Clegg. After starting 10th on the opening lap, Clegg methodically worked his way through the field with a fast, consistent drive to take victory at the mountain. Joining him on the podium were Thomas Freeman in second and Jensen Bade in third, capping off a hard-fought afternoon of V8 racing. And that's just the beginning. There's plenty more action to come from the Chicago Street Course, with close racing, bold overtakes, and plenty of drama. Now let's head over to J-Man and Davo from MATCHFIT Entertainment as they bring you all the action. Over to you boys, keep it pinned, and I'll see you on the next one, legends.
Thank you, James, for that wrap-up from Bathurst, which was as hectic and exciting as we would expect from, Bathurst, just quietly. But welcome, viewers. Welcome, viewers, to round 6 here in the SCNZ 2026 V8 Supercar Winter Series. We are at Chicago and back to the short race format. Quickly thank sponsors, obviously, GAMAFLARE, SUPERCAR SNZ for putting the show on, and welcoming also our Channel 83 Sky Face TV viewers, as well as ALLPORTS. Thank you for everybody being involved. I'm Davo, J-Man always by my side. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, evening, mate. Good evening, viewers. Good to have you all back on board. Yeah, what a great little segue, little wrap up there from James, Davo. What was a pretty action-packed round, and look, to be honest, I thought it was probably at times a bit more civil than I expected. So yeah, well done to the drivers out there up and down the field. That was a fantastic performance from Fraser Clegg to come through and grab that one. But back to the sprint format you mentioned, Davo. It's, yeah, so we're back at it. It seems like a minute since we've been in this format, but I'll tell you what, it's an exciting one for ourselves and the viewers, based on the fact that quick fire qualifying, the drivers are back to this 3-lap qualifying system, or 15 minutes. Get your 3 laps, so your effective 2 flying laps done inside that 15-minute window, which is ticking away. Still got just under 10 minutes remaining around this 3.5 kilometre 12-corner circuit at Chicago. Fantastic. It's growing on me, Davo, to be honest. I've sort of been watching a little bit, and look, if you probably had asked me a week ago, I would have... But look, these guys have got it figured out, and when I say figured out, Davo, it's, close to the concrete walls and lots of bumps. Kind of reminds me of a couple other places on the calendar this year, to be fair.
True.
But look, really, really quick. I was actually just having a bit of a squiz at what the NASCARs actually do around here in real life, and these guys are circulating a little bit quicker than those boys too. So the Supercar well accustomed to this race circuit as well. So no surprises already to see the guys up there. But I tell you what, I did watch Will Brown get that car out, I think first in the queue, and caught him very early in the wall, looking for reverse gear and a little bit of clean traffic, and that's going to be the flavour of the night. Race controls conducted the rule list effectively, Davo, and look, they have said, if you require a tow because it's going to get big, do it and just ask for forgiveness later.
Yeah, well, so, just rip the Band-Aid off. And,
just rip it right off. Absolutely. So
true that. Look, and Chicago, look, the Americans do street circuits their own way. They just do it differently, and they hit differently to I suppose the Euros and the Aussie stuff, but always like questionable pit entry exit positioning, and I don't know, what is it? Is the concrete just harder over there? I don't know, J-Man, but look,
I reckon you're right.
Look, we'll try and get a track map up here because this track, actually, let's see if we can just poke that up on screen there for the viewers as well. Look at this place, right? It looks like a figure eight. It's not, obviously. There's a couple of 90-degree bends in the crossover where it looks like a
just
crossover.
a couple.
But look, it is literally 10 corners, 11 corners, J-Man.
Well, in theory, 12.
Okay,
okay. There's one in there that I question, mate. So you're rightfully so. You probably could call it 11. But speaking of the one that I think that you maybe missed out is that turn 3. So when they get down there, Davo, it's really, really bumpy. They're asking a lot of the front tyres. And then they've got to scrub off all the speed through 4 and then the next 90-degree right, which is turn 5. And it's just a plethora of 90 degrees after.
It's almost like a chase, the corner we're talking about. It's like, because they flip through one there and they run down into that that second clink there. And they've just got to get the car stopped. And there is nowhere to go. If they get it wrong, there is nowhere to go here at Chicago. So... Look, looks simple on paper. You can see on right there, viewers. Yeah. It looks very simple on paper. Far from it. And these guys will be working hard for. Notably, very, very wide track. So these guys do have some room to move in between the barriers. So yeah, should provide some good, solid battles here. I think, J-Man.
Well, Davo, I think they're going to need it. They're going to need every bit of that space, to be fair. You know,
True.
Big underbrakes, bumps, and a little bit of elevation here, which is kind of cool as well. So we do appreciate that. But where you mentioned there, between turn 8 and 10, that sort of horseshoe you can see on the track map there, that's a great piece of racetrack as they come over there and they're literally trying to accelerate out at 8 all the way through 9 and then pull it up for a nice little look. I would probably call it somewhere around, you know, I don't know, it's not a 90, it's quite quick down there at turn 10 and back to the 90s at 11 and 12. So look, fantastic stuff. Rehan, no surprises there. And there straight away, Bosa 25.85, which I thought Dutchie's 25.880 was pretty impressive, and Rehan's just gone straight to the top on that one. So look for these guys to earn their keep tonight, Davo, in race 2 when we invert the top 10. But, you know, so there's a lot of importance about banking a good amount of points in this first one. But more importantly, if it hasn't gone your way, that top 10 position at the end of race 1 is kind of a critical one. We've seen a lot of cool stuff happen out of these inverted top 10 races in the past. And this one will be no different. It'll be quite the spectacle, I think. So... Who else we got out there? Obviously, we got, I think, Rehan still pressing on for lap number 2. No, there you go with that questionable pit entry. Well done, Chicago. Must have run out of space or something. big city, small racetracks. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, good stack field again, once again, Davo. I'm not sure what we've got in. Maybe heading north of somewhere around that 30 mark again, I think, mate.
Yeah, maybe just a smidge shy of it if we are. But yeah, definitely a good solid field once again, and back to race format, which is awesome. A few weeks with the long format, J-Man. Look, I'd probably stop short of calling it the enduro stuff. But look, and we do talk about it actually when they're running a longer format, which we've seen the last few weeks. It's just long enough for some strategy to come into play, and we saw it last week, Jamie. Yeah. Clearly with Clegg. Look, really masterclass strategy, and just literally chipped away and ended up on the top spot. And it was great to have a chat to him, actually, J-Man, too, after that great win. But, yeah, back to the short format here, where, look, what's the qualifying? 15 minutes? What's the first race? 20. Okay, so these guys...
It's double your quality.
It's very, very quick format stuff. So, awesome.
And importantly, they've got a bit of admin to do in that one as well,
Yes.
Dave. Obviously, 10 minutes the pit window opens. So there's only a 10-minute window
Yeah.
for them to get in and make that one compulsory pit stop, which requires a minimum of 2 tyres, Dave. So fuel sensitive won't be really an issue for that 20. It could be a factor for the 30. But either way, they've got to do it twice, once in each race. Yes, I did just see that Jensen Bade car come to the lane with no front splitter,
We
Dave.
had nothing on the front of it, actually. The guys were actually focused on it there a little bit as we just watched Trent Bennett sneak into that pit lane as well. And, yeah, look, all of that I mentioned before, I didn't mention the CPS, and you just covered it off there, J-Man. And that is a crucial, footnote there, because in such a short race, the first race is so short.
Yeah, look, and it is a critical part of this format. I mean, obviously it is in the enduros, in brackets, but yeah, it's pretty important in this one, and it's a unique opportunity for you and I to debate over whose internet speed is the best. I mean, you win that one hands down, based on the fact that the data really is coming from Davo's PC. So anything I say is irrelevant when it comes to the numbers at pit stop time, but I'll still. I'll have a go.
Yeah. No, we're listening.
Yeah. I'm clutching at straws.
But the numbers on the screen don't tell any lies, J-Man. And
well, this is true.
That's where it's at. But
so Mandela pluck out there, Davo.
Yes, I think the only car on track actually, as we wind down. Look, what do we got? 60 seconds to go, viewers. As Mandela just sneaks into the pit lane now. And look, you do see a lot of these guys in qualifying choosing to do this full return to the pits. I mean, this is online racing. These guys do not have to, return to pits. These guys can escape away. But, like in races and championships like the SUPERCAR's NZ 2026 V8 SUPERCAR Series, there's compulsory pit stops, J-Man, and it is so worth practicing pit entries and exits, isn't it? So you quite often see, and in qualifying, and we see it a lot in pre-race practice, where guys just literally just practice pit entries. Saw it in the Porsche Cup last week, J-Man, at Spa.
Oh, more so than I've ever seen, David.
Till Busch. Yeah. Nearly every second lap, he was in the pit lane, and they're the 1%ers, J-Man, we always talk about. Okay, so that is session over, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that clearly on screen. Checkers on the top of the tower. Let's just... These guys, I'm not sure how long they'll take to line up here, J-Man.
Starting to populate, but I'm sure you got a little bit of time, Dave. If you want to rattle off a little bit of, I know you've always got something going on.
We've always got something on. So first thing we're going to mention actually is the ALLPORTS 15% off Sparko seats special that is going on at the moment. There is a There is a QR code. These guys, this is good kit, J-Man. Right,
yeah,
so
absolutely.
15% off this sort of stuff is definitely worth getting amongst. So yeah, jump on that, and we will talk points and other stuff later, because I think the boys are pretty keen to go race by the looks of it. So I'm going to stop talking. We're going to get the cameras on, and we are going to have a red hot look at what is going on track at the moment. Rian, Leonage, Andrew Dutch sharing the front row, Pepperell, Gunstone, second row, Banks, McKenzie, Pluck, Bennett, Turner, and Jesse Simpson rounding out the top 10, J-Man. We're going to go green any moment. Look at that field, 27 drivers out there tonight. The Chicago skyline in the background. Heat race. This is the quick fire stuff. It's hectic. It's hectic, ladies and gentlemen. And then reverse top 10, I think, J-Man?
Yeah, reverse 10, mate. And that's going to make it pretty
it gets wild.
Dang exciting. Okay, so we've already had a couple of predictions out there, Davo, before the light come up.
Have we really?
Mandela for a top 5, and Will Brown to spin on pit entry. So Someone's got a crystal ball, and
Hey, look, we're up for that. We're up for that. The green lights are up. Oh, well, the lights are up, ladies and gentlemen. We're counting down. SUPERCARs NZ 2026 V8 SUPERCAR Winter Series, Round 6, Chicago. Let's look at the launch from Dutch. J-Man. Wow.
yeah, that was impressive. His reaction time was very, very good. Rayhan's normally very, very good at that phase on the line locker there, but Dutch just really got a handle on that one. We got ourselves a good little battle because these guys traded very, very close on the hot laps. So
Good, clean start, J-Man, as the camera guys just focus back through the field there. Everybody pointing in the right direction. It's just always the elbows out, but very, very tidy start. Few position changes. We'll look at that just quickly there. As we just focus on Dylan Radford there, I think putting pressure on Jensen Bay, J-Man, who
straight away,
who didn't qualify well. Clearly struggling to come up to speed in the Chicago streets here tonight for round 6. It's that going backwards in the background.
Who was that?
It's behind that. That looked like one of the 888 cars, J-Man. So not sure what's going on there. But one of the other 888 cars, as we start to sneak down to cross the line here, is leading away. Andrew Dutch, J-Man, stellar job, pipping Rayhan on the start there. Russell Pepperell, Michael Gunstone.
Yeah, good start for Michael.
So the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh back down to Plucky there. No position changes. So very, very nice work from the boy. Simpson up a couple of positions there in the background. Wade also up a few positions. He's got one of the OPR cars in Burgess tucked in behind him. They're always ominous, J-Man.
Oh, always.
Those boys have got some pace. We've got Radford, Greenhall, Brown, J-Man in one of the 888 cars this far back.
Rayhan looks for the move, Davo.
There, let's have a look
over
at
the
that.
bridge.
There, he gets it done.
Set it up.
Here we go, this tricky little horseshoe complex here as they go around the statue. Very, these guys super close to the walls there, J-Man. Let's see if we can just pick up on a replay of that move. That's not it. This will be.
Yeah.
Thank you to the GAMAFLARE instant replay. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. And Ryan now just trying to control that race. Nothing much has changed in the background between Pepperell, Gunstone, Banks, McKenzie, and Pluck. All of those boys holding their own unchanged qualifying position, J-Man. So nice work from those boys. However, back down through the field, it is on. It is absolutely on.
Yeah, I saw you got a quick snippet there of the SCR 230 car, Shane Edgar, transversing through the pit lane, David.
Yes,
I'll tell you
we
what,
did.
Yeah, he had a moment with Fulham too. Welcome back, Mav. Just immediately put his hand up, even before it was called or race control could act on it, and said, hey, I put my hand up, I'm doing a drive-through. It's just been called now with an appreciation of thank you. You've already done it. So
nice
gentlemen races is...
Sorry, J-Man, to interrupt.
Who was that?
We just got out of the in-car. A little bit of onboard from Jensen Live there. And that was, I think, Ridley Turner going around in front of him. So.
Oh, hang on. We've got a big pile up. We've got these Turner, Burgess, Bristow.
Okay.
I think McNamara in there as well. I'll give it to you, Davo. Oh, it's still going on. I think we might see a safety car, mate, because we've got cutters stranded on track. Here you go, safety car, Davo.
Okay, so well that's handy because we're just picking it up on the GAMAFLARE instant replay, J-Man, and there you go. So who was that instigated?
It was the skeleton car, and I think something happened there. Oh no, he was late on the scene. It was actually one of the OPR cars and the other skeleton car.
That came in later though.
Yeah. Oh, and you saw the hop over the car, and then it carried on from there. McNamara actually had a big incident. Obviously got car going, and actually the car wouldn't turn and made the fence again. So a lot to unpack, mate.
Oh, there is a lot going on there, J-Man, and we're just picking up on replay again, and just trying to work out what's going on actually here. Whoa, obviously a safety car out there. There it is, right there. Right there. Just do a sneaky slow back there just to try and work out, just unpack this a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. So unforced, I think, from Ridley Turner there, just gets the back out. That looks like Bade, I think, just coming through at the time. Just make sure he gets the job done.
And so it was one of the Misfits cars, was it?
Yeah, I think that's
Trent.
Well. That's Trent.
Yep.
It's Bennett Senior there.
And then Q Burgess will be next on the scene, if I'm correct. He'll be close. Yeah, there he is.
And it gets messy. That's right. One of the OPR cars joining that unfortunate situation. Look, it's just it comes with the territory. It's street circuit stuff here, and
It is. It's just, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot some of these guys can do about that when they turn up blind at that part of the racetrack, David. We talked about where that was, and that's that between 8, 9, and 10 there, and you know, heavy loading, left hand, trying to get the power down. Look, what it does too, what it means is 3 minutes remaining before the pit window opens, so there's no free kick here unless we see that safety car go around another lap. But look, a hot lap, say, you know, best is a 1:26.2 at the moment, so I can't see there being an opportunity for a free kick under safety car here for these guys to get that mandatory 2 tyre stop done. So I reckon it's probably going to clean up and get going, and then while the pack is bunched, you may see people that dive in, Davo, that think that, hey, there's too much traffic, I need some fresh air, I'll get myself out of this headache and see if I can strategize something from here. And they are quick fire, but still room for strategy.
Look, the time disappears so quickly. So what, over a third of the way, pretty much through the race now.
Yep. So let's unpack that order, right? Rehan got Dutchy over the bridge and down into the right-hander. Russell Pepperell still remains in third. Gunstone still fourth. Steve Banks, he's putting a lot of pressure on Michael Gunstone. Scotty McKenzie, Mandela Pluck remains in seventh. Jesse Simpson was a bit of a mover at the start of that one, up a couple of spots, but Jensen Bay up 8 spots. Now, is that correct?
Yes, I think it was. So he snuck past that melee of cars, like in what's caused the safety car to come out. So we saw him he was already up a few positions already. So I think he was up 5 the last time we checked, and then snuck through a little incident that's got our safety car situation as we speak.
Yeah, so question answered in the back of shot by earpiece there, Davo. Just a question around, there are cars that basically are in this lineup that are effectively out of position now because no waiver rounds in this sprint race. So Rehan will maintain the lead of this race. The safety car is just accelerating away as we speak, Davo. So there's a lot to unpack for these guys with still the whole field with effectively the controlled pit stop remaining. So we're going to earn our keep trying to unpack this one, mate, as it winds down for the final just under 11 minutes.
Like I said, time goes so quickly here. We were talking a third of the race. By the time these guys get going, it's going to be half the race.
Yeah.
So, as we get over the rear wing of Rian's Mustang here.
Yeah, safety car's in the lane too. Got an option whenever he wants.
Controlling the field, J-Man. Literally 10 seconds from halfway through the field, halfway through the race. Someone just ducking off in the background. That is Gunstone.
Pitcher and Radford, and I
Radford
think
as
it's
well.
a touch too early. Mandela Pluck's been rotated on the front straight, and I think, or was that?
It's crazy. That's
Who was
crazy.
that with?
I think, and that's Purol past Banks as well, J-Man, as we looked over the rear wing there. Who that?
Who is that?
Oh, that's Stefan Adam. Is that Adam? Let's just pick up this up on the
Adam's
replay.
in the pit lane.
And before the Simpson car, this is Simpson here. On the restart, it is definitely, and it is Park that's involved. That's actually quite a few cars involved.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely Simpson and Pluck, maybe the start of that one.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, that was a big hit for Simpson, backing it into the fence.
Yeah, I think one of the Misfits car might have been involved there as well. So, look, what the safety car has done is given Jensen, should I say, an opportunity to be up at that pointy end. Qualified badly, made good progress in the first 10 minutes of the race. Squeeze that field back up. He's right there, J-Man. A couple of cars to get through. I say just a couple of cars. It is Banks. Oh, look at him run in there now. Jensen chooses to stay out. So this is he feels that he's got the pace, but we see Pepperell, Banks, Bennett, Pluck, Greenhall, Marn, Simpson, and McKenzie in. Also Shane Edgar back in, J-Man, after. That'll be for his CPS, no doubt.
Yeah, and so the front two have been given a clean break here. I mean, they were doing a fine job prior to the safety car as it was.
That's right.
But look, and that elevates Jensen with those cars peeling off in front of him, some fresh air, and P3 with obviously Pepperell and co coming in. So I know Scotty McKenzie had lit up on the radio, and I believe that was a little bit maybe to do with that start procedure as well, Davo, because you mentioned one of the Misfits cars was in there, and I would think that quite possibly would be that car there. So we'll just see what unpacks from there. But Jensen carrying a lot of damage on the front end of that car, front right, not looking too flash. And
no, definitely not. Definitely not.
There's a lot of cars out there looking quite similar.
There is, and you can see. Look, clearly we still have viewers the gains and losses throughout the race. Oh, well, from the start of the race, obviously, there on your screen. But just remembering, we are having compulsory pit stops at the moment, so this will change up considerably over the next few minutes, and very quickly too, mind you, won't it, J-Man?
Yeah, Moss and Antoon in a nice little battle here, unpit stop, Davo.
As well.
Currently 5th and 6th.
And Bay the pits. Okay, so
I knew that was coming. That was coming. That was Antoon into the back of Moss on entry, and Moss did send the signal out, putting in. I saw Ray Hahn send the signal out, putting in. Race control called it, asked guys to map a button, let people know what you're doing. And he certainly sent it out, so maybe Antoon didn't get the memo.
Well, look, whether he got the memo or not, J-Man, he has.
It's too late.
He can definitely put his hand up for saying he is leading a Gen 3 V8 Supercar race in the SCNZ 2026 V8 Supercar Series. I tell you that right now, because that's where he is, on the top of the list. But we'll need to get in quick, smart, I suspect, to...
Speaking of quick smart, I'm going to go there, Davo. Ray Hahn. Was that a lightning stop? Was it somewhere around 8.7 seconds?
Well, look at where they are. They're right up behind.
Antoon.
Like right there. So we'll just get Antoon back on camera. Thank you, boys. Okay, so there's Antoon on camera. And we'll just get one of these long shots here. There you go. There's Rian.
Yeah.
He stopped. Dutchy's right there. Then you got Gunstone, Pepperell, Kitcher, J-Man, Bade there as well. Very sideways on the exit.
Very sideways.
So very nice, very nice. So yeah, a lot going on here. as we quickly wind down. 10 seconds, what is it? 5 minutes and 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, as we see cars in and out of the pit lane right now. That's Simpson leaving the pit lane, Russell as well, only just moments earlier.
Will Brown might find himself in a sweet spot if he can hang on. There's a lot of pressure for Mandela Pluck at the moment, but by my calculations, once Antuna stopped, he could find himself in that ever-present 10th position or better, ready to sit himself on the front row of race number 2. And that's an important little victory there. If you can stay there or be somewhere there or thereabouts, Davo. It's part of the package, and I tell you what, there's a lot of people just trying to give way to the lead cars on the lead lap, because there is a lot of traffic out there for a little racetrack. 3.5 Ks, 12 turns. It is busy.
It's like the hype is coming through a package.
It is.
Oh dear. We got vision out of the roof cam of Will Brown there. We'll actually get a rear shot as well, because look, that is Mandela Pluck. And he's been in the wars tonight, but he is like, that is Dylan's 10th position.
Fully
Brown, should I say, Brown's 11th position, so Mandela Pluck's 10th position.
I'm just looking at the GAMAFLARE SUPERCAR NZ cars, and I'll tell you what, Phil Antoon not prepared to give up that spot to Rehan. He literally made him earn it.
Okay. Well,
big time.
Let's unpack that. Side by side. Working for it. That is gold. Here we go. Thank you to the GAMAFLARE instant replay. These guys, probably both of them. It's look at them going at it. So awesome stuff. What an exchange, ladies and gentlemen, as we start to wind down here. Round 6. Probably cut away from that too early, excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, and back to the guys at the top, I suppose. J-Man, let's just give it a bit of a quick rundown. Leonard sneaking past Antu, which we just picked up. Obviously Dutch followed through Antu now with the memo. Pepperell has probably got crosshairs on the back of that MATCHFIT GAMAFLARE car as well. J-Man, Gunston,
that one's got to peel off.
That we know that's got to peel off. Banks, Bennett, and Radford is actually.
That's the battle. That's the battle.
Well,
Radford, Brown, Pluck, Greenhall.
Look at that. So Radford is in top 10 in the green and black and white.
And they all know it. All of that group of cars, they know the importance of where he's sitting.
That top 10 position. That's exactly what. Look at him coming. Brown. Big look, J-Man. Pluck's right behind him. That's Simpson as well. So remember, Pluck and Simpson probably got tangled up there in the restart.
So
I will not confirm or deny that, but that's what.
Antoon's got to go this lap, and I'll tell you what, that'll light up Will Brown's eyes, but he can't. He cannot blink. And here he goes, big under brakes.
Here we go. Oh, it's forced Radford wide, left him the space. Didn't want to have the contact. Faked him into it. Radford
did fake him into it.
Well, the trouble with that, J-Man, and you know, if you get it, if it doesn't come off, you get this. You get this situation where you lose a couple of car lengths because of it. Because you've had to get out of it.
Well, he's got Pluck, Simpson, and Greenhall. They're all just queued up. So you get offline one corner, you're going to go down 3 or 4 spots, hands down. And
I think he's got
Antoon. He has to go.
Greenhall, Watson, and Marn, David. They just go back and back and back. There's a whole bunch of them there looking.
Antoon has stopped, according to me.
Let's up and see if we can work that out. Antoon has stopped. You are correct, David. So He's come in recently. Oh no, he's genuinely sitting in third position. Hang on, we're going to get back to the action here. It's Brown on Radford again. He's forced him out. He's staying out. Here it is. Radford very sideways.
Sideways, yeah.
And look
at Mandela.
Look at him. Mandela's like, okay, oh, can we just... And this is what happened on the restart too. The boys just fanned out and got all three across. And here we go. Here comes Mandela. He's like, yeah,
nice move.
I'm coming with Brownie. Just gives him a bump on the way past.
Burgess Simpson.
Look at him. Look at him lining up. They're almost arguing over J-Man. It's awesome.
That's it. Leonard does the business, Davo. As much as quick as that was, those boys have crossed the line.
We were too busy watching this. So Leonard, Dutch, and Phil and Toon holding down third position. Pepperell in fourth. Bade, Gunstone, Noah Kitcher. This lot that we were just starting to focus on. Actually, it wasn't what we were focusing on. Trent Bennett in ninth. William Brown in 10th. Pluck and the like. Here we go. These guys all finishing up now. Amazing little battle going on there. J-Man. And what an epic race. That's just the heat race, ladies and gentlemen. You know, there's plenty to come yet. Another 30-minute race. More compulsory pit stops and like we probably mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the place looks pretty simple on paper, but it delivers. It delivers.
Anything
absolutely.
but, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, awesome stuff. Plenty of room to move. J-Man. Yeah, true that, Laz. And thank you all of our viewers and all of our YouTube, actually, our viewers that pipe up and give us a quick hit up in the chat box. And obviously all of our Sky 83 Face TV viewers, as well as all of our sponsors. We'll quickly thank again, J-Man. These guys don't muck around, so they want to get back out on the track. But we're going to thank GAMAFLARE, obviously, Sky 83, the Sim Racing Hub, and also ALLPORTS as well, because we did flash this up a little bit earlier. But this is the bargain for this tonight, anyway, but this month. Look, just scan that QR code and get amongst this super deals. 15% off on Sparko seats, whether you want to, no matter what you want to do with it. Awesome stuff. Get over to ALLPORTS and purchase yourself one of them. I think it only runs for this week. It's like end of the year sort of stuff. We're also going to just remind everybody to get involved with the V8 Supercars NZ Endurance Series, the Sim Blacks Triple Crown. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we'll be running bloody Gen 3 V8 Supercars because it's a V8 Supercars Sim Blacks Triple Crown. And 3 rounds, driver swaps. Long races, ladies and gentlemen, on a Sunday afternoon. It's going to be damn awesome, J-Man. Really looking forward to this stuff. I think I do have dates. You can see them there on the screen there, ladies and gentlemen. 16th of August at the Bend, 6th of September at Bathurst, and the 20th of September at Sandown. That will be awesome. All of those races actually sound pretty cool. We'll be there, calling it all for you. Every round there in the Triple Crown. And if you want to sign up for that stuff, ladies and gentlemen, this is the place to do it. Get your phone out, scan that link there, and download the best app you're going to put on your phone if you're a sim racer at the moment is the Sim Racing Hub app. Heaps of information there, calendars for what's coming up, media, news, sign-ups for all of these awesome things that we got going on, like the Sim Blacks Triple Crown and all of the Supercars NZ stuff that's going on, not only the V8 Supercars, but the Porsche Cup, and obviously MATCHFIT events as well. the MATCHFIT stuff. Don't forget that, ladies and gentlemen, as well. And you know what? You can also enter this great competition here, right here, the Get a Sim competition, ladies and gentlemen, which is an awesome giveaway. We gave away one of these a couple of months ago to a very worthy recipient in J-Man.
Phil Turner, yeah.
Phil Turner. So yes, going to utilise it well. You know, like in the public spaces almost even. So yeah, awesome stuff. And so thank you to GAMAFLARE, SUPERCAR NZ, MATCHFIT Entertainment, and everybody involved with that giveaway. That is freaking awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Just check that stuff out. So everybody, Sky TV, YouTube, get your phone out and scan that, free to enter. And we will be drawing that, I think, in about, a month or so, 5 weeks or something. Last round of the V8 Supercars. There you go. I think it's written on the screen there. There you go. Yep. Anyway, awesome stuff. You too could be sitting in that rig, ladies and gentlemen, and signing up for the summer series at SUPERCARs NZ's V8 Supercar Series, or maybe next year, or whenever. It's still awesome bit of kit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get back to some racing. Oh, points, J-Man? Have we got time for
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, mate.
We've got a point sheet up, I think.
Yeah, fire it at us, mate, because you will see already this early in the piece, Rehan, Leonage, 1,120 points over Jensen Bates, 1,090, 1,020 for Brownie as well. He came in with a nice drive there, actually. And Pepperell, he's always somewhere there and thereabouts, and he's in fourth at the moment over Ketchup, Gunstone, Dutch. You can see it there, Mandela Pluck. He's having a good drive tonight. He was in the thick of the fight in race one. Miles Burgess there got unfortunately caught up in that turn 8 to 10 incident early. Looked to bounce back. Scotty McKenzie in there rounds out the 10. And before we get going here, Davo, we can see there running through 20, Foxy, Parlett, McNamara, Munro, Radford, Greenhall, Banks, Turner, Mann, Forbett. I tell you what, there's some names outside the 10 that could feature inside the 10 before the end of this one.
I totally agree, J-Man. I was thinking the same thing. So definitely watch that space. We would suspect to see that leaderboard change somewhat.
This isn't just a simulator.
Yes, throughout the rest of the season. Which, look, and time is ticking. It is, what are we in? Round 6 here tonight. So, I think only a handful of rounds left.
Yeah, and here we go, David. We see that reverse grid. Brownie on the top spot there. It was a nice drive to get himself on the top spot over Trent Bennett, Banks, Kitcher, Gunstone, and then we see this fast pack, full and two with an outstanding performance in race one, got himself a podium, sees him start out of 8th position here, just ahead of Dutch and Leonage, and we got some lights up and another great launch from one of the 888 cars. Will Brown, Stephen Banks and Kitcher going at it already. Nearly 3 wide down to 1, Davo.
Yeah, Bade got amongst that. One of the misfits cars. Just having a quick wink at us there, but very, very tight stuff here. And again, look, very similar to race one start here. Super clean, like elbows out stuff. These boys, there is a bit of guard rubbing and some positional changes here. But super clean. Everybody pulling in the correct direction, ladies and gentlemen, which is awesome. Let's just have a look. You can see it actually.
Rehan. Oh, there's an issue at the back, and that was Antoon. I'm not sure what happened there, Davo, but he is around over the bridge, and he is in there with Mandela Pluck as well.
Yeah, so Pluck's had a crash there as well. So we'll try and pick up on that. We'll just focus on. I think we've got cameras on Leonage at the moment. He's just trying to work his way through that particular part of the field. He can literally see all the way up to Brown there. Brown just sneaking around the corner there.
He's got a slide job down there. Gets it down there on the inside of Gunstone. I tell you what, it was aggressive but effective, and he's going to take Pepperell with him.
Pepperell's looking. Gunstone's not happy to give that up. Space is at a premium.
Wow.
Yeah, like seriously. So even as wide as this track is,
and who's that tucked in behind? Is that Radford?
Pointy and hard balls at the end of that. But not a lot of 90-degree corners here at Chicago. Yes, and that is Radford, J-Man, and no surprise actually with a good finish in race 1. Let's just get another quick sticky beak up the pointy end here. Bade, Bennett, then Kitcher with Dutchy behind him. A lot to unpack there. Look at these guys. They come through there, skim the wall.
So close.
So close. So we've got a big pile up somewhere just showing up on my data there, J-Man.
Yeah,
actually, just
Terry Russell in there.
Macy, safety car here, looks pretty hectic going on in the background. We'll just stick with the boys here for a moment. That's out of the back of Brown's car. Let's get back to Banks though, however. And there it is. Bade.
Textbook.
Sneaky move through there. Very, very nice. Deals with it well. Banks giving him only just enough space, J-Man. And then it's
Safety car, Davo.
No surprise. No surprise whatsoever. And that will give us a chance to maybe
unpack it.
Some of this stuff.
Yeah, you obviously spotted it come up, and I didn't see it. I could see just a handful of drivers falling down the list, and by the time I got back to it, they were sort of getting underway. But one wonders whether there was certainly some cars that were stranded, and was that Wacky in the wall again? No.
Oh, okay.
What do you got for us, Davo?
Look, I don't actually have anything. I just have something.
That's okay. That's okay.
And we actually lost the replays.
That's all right, viewers. What we have got is we have got a clean up on aisle 3. The safety car is in action once again. So the Mercedes safety car tonight just getting a little bit of use.
Well, it is. Definitely got use in race 1, and for good reason, J-Man. And again here tonight in the feature race. After boys just had a little bit of a mischief there in the background. So we get that. We get that. But what we do know, J-Man, is that Will Brown is leading the way as we speak. Over Jensen Bay, over Banks, Kitcher, Dutch, Leonard, Gunstone, Pepperell. I don't think any of these boys are pitted, obviously, because we are only just over 5 minutes in. And we've got a safety car. So
intermittently. Hopefully you've still got me.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so I think it is it in between? Is there car 25? Is Carpenter car there? Just maybe looking for a wave through here? Yeah, copy that.
Car 25 is Watson.
Oh, sorry. Car 4, sorry, is Phil Carpenter. Sorry, was just looking for a wave through. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Got that done. So obviously a few wave throughs, a little bit longer race tonight here in race 2, Davo and viewers. So 30 minutes on offer. Pit window still the better part of just under 4 minutes away from opening. So once again, the safety car comes out early, Davo. Doesn't give a free kick for anybody.
Yep. Yeah, so well, it does shake things up, doesn't it? A little bit. So when it comes out so early, so these guys, most of them will be able to think on their feet, you know, like with strategy. But you know, some guys have really sort of laid out their strategy, practiced their strategy, J-Man, and it can sort of throw a little bit of a spanner in the works because they just need to just sort of recalibrate things a little bit, change their mindset on the way they race the rest of this.
Yeah, absolutely. And all being asked to hold hard left at the moment as we look for some wave buys. You'll see, I think it was car 999. Got the call just to head on through. Just waiting on some calls, Davo. But look, the race control here at SUPERCAR SCNZ do a world-class job.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you actually got to look at that little exercise that we just witnessed there, where they literally called all the field that's not getting a wave by across to the side of the track, all in communication with all of the drivers on circuit.
Yep.
Part of the prerequisites.
Green this lap too, Davo.
For the field, this is the only way you get to race here. You're going to follow the rules. The briefings are clear and concise. So we just see that field now under the control of William Brown. We did see an incident with it was a Pluck and Antoon earlier before, which we just had a little bit of a software meltdown there. Unable to bring you that replay, but back and well online now as we look over.
So Will Brown, Davo, has control of this one. Safety car has peeled away. He'll get the call when it's in the lane.
So,
and he'll be able to get underway. And I'll tell you what, this is pretty exciting because it is bunched this pack. Brownie over Bade, Banks, Kitcher, Dutchley and Arch. Watch for that fight there. We saw it in race 1 with Rehan putting a nice move up and over, down over the bridge. And nicely bunched this one. So it starts with Brownie looking for a good getaway here. Safety car is in the lane.
Here we go. Here's the cat and mouse. Let's get over the rear wing here. Actually, let's get over on the roof of Jetson Bates' car and watch this.
Yeah.
He was onto it.
He was onto it.
Thanks, Kitcher passed. Is he passed? Did he get it done? Oh, nice work from Kitcher. On Dutch. He was on Banks actually. And then Dutch passed him as well, so that's why Dutchy was behind him. Oh, and who's that? That's Leonard's coming through as well.
Yeah, Banks was on the radio.
Through that little kink that we were talking about there, that kink. Those first few corners there. Brown away, Bade now in tow, Kitcher. Dutchy's going around the outside, he's got this.
Get that one up and look at, this is Rehan's strong suit down here.
He's going to get him. Gets it done. Leonard's trying to stay in touch with Dart. It's critical.
Pit lane was open too, Davo.
Yeah, Kitcher just gone backwards, J-Man. Really tough for Kitcher there. I mean, some fast guys, you know, but really breathing down his neck there. But it's so much. You get hung out to dry on these tracks, eh? Like on these street circuits. You get caught wide. So slow. So slow. So we see pit stops. Pepperell's in, Gunston's in, Edgar's in, Watson, Bristow, J-Man, pit lane open like you mentioned, and they are onto it. This guy's trying to
get out of that traffic.
They're trying to get out of the traffic after the restart. Bunch the field up.
We got a couple of good battles too, Davo. Brownie and Bade are going at it, and Leonard and Dutch also. We knew this was going to happen. You mentioned Kitcher was going backwards. He's stabilised now just up ahead of Stephen Banks.
Yeah, this is proper talent here, J-Man, with these guys. these cars,
it's like the fast four at the moment up the front.
These cars are so tough to drive. They are so tough to drive. So these guys who wrestle them this close to the wall and this close to each other, too, mind you, is very, very impressive.
Car 14 with a drive-through Mandela plaque that explains the black flag that's about to come up on your screen, Davo, if it's not already there.
It is, J-Man, as we see.
So that was an incident with Phil Antoon.
Oh, so that was the earlier incident before we went to...
Yeah, took a bit to unpack that one. Obviously, they've had safety cars and a lot of stuff going on, but yeah, these guys don't forget anything. It's all recorded. It's all above board, and they get it done. I'll tell you what, Dutch is looking really, really good here, Davo, in this restart procedure. He is right on the back now of Jensen Bay. Just get Rayhan a little bit. I just wonder whether Rayhan's just saving himself here, or maybe fuel saving. Doesn't want to get engaged in that three-way fight. Maybe look to do something unique here at the pit stops and try and maybe undercut or do something here special, because he would normally by nature be on the attack here, and he's just that little distance away. I don't think it's a lack of car pace. I think it's maybe a bit of IQ at play here. That's J-Man's take on it anyway. That's the way I'm going to call it.
Look, I tend to agree.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. And you watch Dutch here. Even on his teammate.
Rehan in the lane.
Yeah, traffic. He's got to get out of that fight. Those guys really bunched up there. So very tidy stuff, like we just mentioned. A lot of talent in the top end of this field here. All the way through this top end of this field here. Amazing stuff. These things are very difficult to drive. We've seen some GT races and some Porsche Cup races here really struggle when they get into the Gen 3 V8 Supercar J-Man. Tricky stuff.
Yep.
Good close stuff at the top still.
Yeah, and so what is the top three, Davo? Am I looking at effectively Phoenix Racing doing the business here, 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, well, yes.
I tell you what, these guys have got it all worked out. Look, I could have called it 4 a lap ago because Rayhan was on the back of that one, and he's gone to pits. And don't forget about Rayhan. He's gone in there with, by my calculation, on a 10.3.
Well, look where these boys are now, J-Man.
Yep.
Okay, let's unpack this. Fade and Dutch both in the pit. Brown stays out. Radford, Marn and Turner all stay out in behind them. Who are we looking for, J-Man? What was that name again you said?
Rayhan, mate. Rayhan.
Oh, well. Maybe we'll see.
There he goes.
Let's see if we can find him. There he goes.
So he got them. He got them comfortably. Can you just double check Phil Antoon saying that he's got to stop in there 9.8? Was that, you got a reference on what lap that was, Davo, and is that official? Because if it is, he's done it again, snuck up on our radar, the number 3 car, because by my calculation, he's the first car pit stop, but I'm not sure whether that was for damage. Oh, it would have been damaged because it was Mandela plucking him, yeah.
Yeah, so not showing an official pit stop for Antoon, J-Man.
Yeah, beautiful stuff, Les. Played it well to young Rayhan. I'm sure with your tuition there, perfect timing.
Yeah, so getting those two boys there in Bade and Dutch, as you can see, they continue to fight it out. Who else was in amongst? Oh well, obviously we need to watch where Brown comes out, and Radford has actually made a really good showing tonight as well. He stays out behind Brown as well. So, and who stopped really? Oh really? Oh, that was Pepperell. He stopped really well. So he's come out. We're behind. Well, he's landed behind Kitcher.
Yeah,
So
they just
nice
get
work.
through on Carpenter, Burgess and Russell and Mann as well. So that'll bolster their stocks up the field to go top 10.
So we'll just pull up the pit timing for the boys on their stops. As you can see there, viewers, Pepperell over Kitcher is at least 1 second. So it's the little things. It's the little things. And there you go. Is Kitcher actually pumping enough fuel into that car? We will no one will know. I don't think we'll even know until we get towards the end of the race there. Leonards with a standard sort of 10.4, good entry and exit speeds, which is all adds up. But Bade 10.8, 10.3 for Dutchy, so good classic times. Pepperell 10.2, Banks with a 10.2, and Gunstone with 10.4, Simpson 10.3. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the average right there. Just under 10 point and a half. Go.
26.9 last lap for Rayhan, and I'm comparing that at the moment to Will Brown's time as well. So Brownie in there with a 27.8. Last one through, Rayhan with a 26.9. So just factor that in with that undercut that we just heard from Laz. We saw it live on the screen.
Yeah.
Rayhan looking to just not get caught up in that three-way fight with the team cars or the loss of lap time and that.
It was perfect timing. He came up on him, and and then the arguing started. He was just like, okay, it's now. He had to go in. One more lap, it would have slowed his pace, his trajectory. So, perfect timing. As we just pick up on Antoon, who is now, like we were just talking about, still hasn't done his CPS. I don't think, Jamie. Let me have another look at that.
Nah, I don't think so. Not by my calculation.
Currently running in second, no. So it's Brown and Antoon unpitted. The rest of the field has done their official pit stops.
Brownie's a factor, mate. Brownie's definitely a factor in this one.
He is. Look at the car. It's a little beat, to be honest. So you can't tell me he's not trying hard for it. But, so a little bit of damage on that.
Here he comes. Okay, so look for Leonage as he now comes out of turn 11, heading down to 12 as we speak, up and over the bridge. He's got full Antoon in front of him, likely probably going to come into pit. So Rayhan will be conscious that car may come in. And Antoon did send the message through on the chat, pitting in. And here we go. Where is Brownie? He's still on the jacks, Davo.
Yeah, so Brown on the jacks. There goes Leonage there. I think we just spotted sneaking past. We'll get off the roof cam here. And so that's Dutch as well as Bade. You can see the boys just in front. So yes, look, that is that group. Once again, no surprise for those boys to be all very, very bunched together.
Yeah, look, and they're tight too. It's only a 1.8 second spread between the top three. Is it 2.8, something like that?
Yep.
So good stuff from these boys. Actually, it is 1.8. They are really, really tight. So a little bit of management there out the front. I think Rayhan and obviously Bade and Dutch pushing hard. Brownie has got eyes on them. He got in and out nicely out of the pit stops as well. To be by my calculation, quicker on the jacks than the three ahead of him. So he did a nice job in the pit stops.
Look, it's very close. Top three, pretty even split between the three cars there, but Brownie, like you said, depends on how quick he can come up to speed, and it's going to be hard to chase these boys down with that gap between them because they're not actually attacking each other. So
no,
it'll be interesting to watch the final. What have we got, J-Man? About a little over 8 minutes to go here, and the top end of this field, I'll say it again, amazing, the talent here. And you can go past, like Rian, Bay, Dutch, Brown, as well, back to Kitcher, Pepperell, J-Man, who we'd normally see maybe up a position or two. Kitcher and Banks and Gunstone, Radford, and now Jesse Simpson of late as well, a J-Man rounding out the top 10. That is, look at that little battle going on there. Bennett, Simpson and Turner. Let's just get a front shot out of Bennett's car here. All over the back.
That's a good battle. Yeah, look, no Ryan Jones tonight as well. He would be a name that I would think would factor in there with Brownie, Kitcher, Pepperell and co as well up the pointy end. So, good look there for Ridley Turner, Davo, on Trent Bennett.
Yep.
That time through, so he is hungry for another position. Obviously, all fighting over the top 10, these three, Jesse, Trent and Ridley.
Yeah, and the slight elevation there, you see, street circuit is fantastic, and probably just enough to get these things a little bit loose, and to see them flick through that little horseshoe part of the track there. Amazing stuff. Look, I'll go back to what I was saying. Oh no, that's Bennett around on the final corner.
Oh dear.
He's trying to keep it off the fence. He's done pretty well. What about
was that too much? Oh no, Andrew Dutch loses the rear, unforced on his own.
Oh no.
Oh, and he requests a tow. It just went bad.
Here we go. Pick this up. Down into the bracket area here. The kink, J-Man. It's turn 3 kink. Here it is. Pinches the rears. He's a passenger from way back there.
Way back.
Oh, it wasn't even the second kink. It was the first one. He come in so hot. There it is. Oh, sorry, Andrew. But it was really good footage, brother. So he's a good guy, Andrew. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Dutchy back in the pit lane. There puts Brown, which we weren't even discounting, really, were we, J-Man, to potentially catch up to the boys there. So.
Well, I had eyes, Dave, at the time on Jensen Bade because he's really made a good late charge, and he was a couple of tenths quicker the lap before than Rayhan. And I don't know whether Rayhan's just managing fuel loads because he went in just a little bit earlier looking for that undercut on these boys, but it's another tenth to Bade last one through, and it was a couple of tenths the one before that. So I just wonder whether Rayhan's just in full management mode here around the fuel because he was a little earlier than the boys. I would have thought that the number was close to being pretty safe, but and these guys run it down to the wire, and I tell you what, it's given us a fight. Nice little free kick there as well for Brownie, with obviously the departure of the team car of Dutchy there. Unfortunate, but look, there's another Phoenix car to pick up the box seat. Yep.
As we just on the GAMAFLARE instant replay there, Jamie, we actually picked up on Kitcher capitulating, unfortunately, there with the pressure of Russell, Pepperell, and just punching it into the tyres there a little bit. That will not do his forward momentum any favours. And but I think he's still, if we just look at Kitcher, still behind Pepperell. So. But car a little bit massaged on the left front.
Just in awe at how incredibly close these guys can put these things to the wall on the inside and the outside through these 90s. I just watching Jensen Bade there, just shadowing Rayhan Leonards down through turns 1 and 2, Davo, and it was impressive stuff, really.
So, look, we'll give the viewers an example, ladies and gentlemen. We'll give you the roof cam out of Jensen Bates' car here. So let's to understand how close not only Jensen is actually his proximity to the wall, but the car in front of him is very super close. Whisker.
Oh yeah, you can just see it there. Beautiful shot, actually. Good way to pick up on how much track they're using.
Yep.
And a little bit of traffic for these guys to deal with too, Davo.
Yeah, blue flag car coming up there, J-Man. Quickly, I think it might have been one of the 777 cars, to be honest. Just looking at the colour scheme.
Here's a big look.
Oh, forces, Rian wide. He's got the inside for the next one.
Okay.
It's not over yet. 2.5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen.
I think Rehan's in management mode here. That was just a big lift and coast in there. I think he was almost ready to give that one up.
I think Laz is, like, Paris is swiftly on the chat box. Yeah, David, is that what you're saying?
Oh, it's just signs here. I just want to know what Will Brown. Here's Will Brown. Okay, he's a fair bit back of Brownie, but I'll tell you what. I think if Babe keeps pushing, there's an opportunity here. Rehan's got a couple of victories this season to his name. A couple of really good dominant ones as well.
Okay, and, well, time will tell, J-Man, because the clock is tick-tocking.
It is.
What do we got? A minute and a half. Like, seriously, they're going to get this end of this
Here we
lap
go.
and one more. Here we go.
Rehan early on the brakes defends the inside line. Bade is searching. He's got to try and work this out. Rehan will now know that looking at where they are, he's probably, this will be it. This will be the last lap.
Do you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I looked at the clock. It was like a minute 25. If he can slow this lap down, I think they're in, what were they, 27 pace, 27s? They were back in the 28, so he knows. He's driven this thing back to the absolute moment he needed to bring that back to try and ensure that this was the last lap. Because I think he's fuel sensitive. And if you look at the attitude, he's just a little bit quicker already this lap. He'll know what he's got in the tank to get home. He was probably just making sure that this was it because he's on the gas again now. This is a good fight here. Well played. Drove it really defensively. And Laz gave me the 100% correct. I think it was quite predictable by the time I picked up on it, Laz, but appreciate the confirmation. But well played there. And I tell you what, Bade was certainly attacking. I mean, there's a lot of respect between these drivers, obviously racing out of these stables. So very, really cool stuff. But it certainly dropped the lap time to a number that Rehan could work with on the last lap. And look at him go now, Davo. He's literally knows what he's got in the tank and he's off.
Yeah, and look, this will be, like you said, J-Man, the final lap. As the checkers come up, and it is the final corner.
Now that thing will be out of breath.
As we see Rian leaders, Jensen Bade come across the line first and second. That is Will Brown in the background doing a stellar job. Actually, Pepperell not that far behind. Slow starter tonight in Pepperell, only up 3 positions in that final reverse top 10 grid there. Rian obviously up 9. So, what else we got there? Gunstone, 5th. Ridley Turner, 6th. Fun.
Oh, is there a late change there? Carpenter and Toon with another solid drive.
Yeah, these guys across the line. So Antoon with the 9th and Dylan Radford, who has actually got a bit of airtime tonight as well, rounding at the top 10 and worthy of that effort, to be honest. So nice work. Radford actually quite speedy in race 1, J-Man. And then many more, obviously. Scott McKenzie, Stephen Adams, Noah Kitcher actually finished way down from where he raced all night, actually, in 12th position. Ross Watson, Mandela Pluck, who has had another tough night, been in the wars, and we've seen the pace of Mandela. But it was only a couple of weeks ago, or the last couple of weeks, he's really has just been in the wars, just found himself in just in other people's problems. Unfortunate for Mandela there. Stephen Banks, Grant Bristow. This is my dyslexia kicking in, ladies and gentlemen. Brad Gristo. Terry Russell, Miles Burgess, and Jordan Moss actually rounding out the top 20. But there is more, in Greenhall, Thomas, Simpson, Dutch, Bennett, McNamara, Edgar, and the like. Ladies and gentlemen, J-Man, how much time have we got?
We got plenty of time, mate. No, and I got a waiting room full of guys, and I need to tell them don't touch the peanuts. Yeah,
just don't touch the peanuts.
So we'll grab Brownie in here and get a chat going with Brownie from third position here in race 2. You got us on comms, mate?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Hey, mate. Look, I'm going to go back as far as race 1 and just pick on the fight that I think you knew at the time was very important to see yourself seated off the front row with this inverted 10. And look, how good was that fight in race 1 with the boys? Because I tell you what, it was pretty fierce.
Yeah, it was good. I definitely had the speed on the entries, but I didn't have the confidence late on the brakes to try and dive on him. And he was getting really good exits, so it was very difficult to set up a run. And I had Mandela picking at my rear bumper, waiting for me to make a mistake, trying to get the move done. And yeah, it's just really exciting.
And so, how'd you fare coming out through 8, 9, and 10 there with that incident that caused that safety car? Did you manage to scathe through there all right, Brady, or did you get a little bit caught up in that one?
Nah, I got caught up, broke the front end. The car wouldn't turn left after that. So got lucky with the safety car, and then, the strat of pitting as the safety car came in worked out pretty well in the end, I guess.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think there's a couple of guys really capitalised. I think Ian Toon sort of snuck up on our radar there to grab a hot spot there in that first one. But I think the fight for you started there, literally that mid-phase. It was a bit really gritty drive. I think, sort of was focusing on you, and just, I think at the time you knew what you had to do, and it was, all those 4, maybe even 5 cars actually at the time around you all knew the importance of what that 10th spot mean. But however, you got it, and you got it done. And then got in a great fight. Unfortunate for one of the team cars there, just looked like pinch the rears. And look, mate, you got to take those when they come about. And got the sweets. And good team victory there tonight too, as well as the individual ones. So well done, Brownie.
Yeah, that was pretty unlucky for Daichi. He's been quick here all week. He definitely deserved to be in here. It's good performance for the team overall, but yeah, it's just a shame to see him cop that one.
Yeah, too true. Well, well done to yourself, mate, and look, great opportunity for you to shout out your sponsors, pal.
Yeah, thanks to the sponsors: 888 Excavation and Landscaping, Hybrid Racing Simulations, GAMAFLARE, DHF Tyres, RSW Graphics, Aramex Heatherton, Bubbles and Balloon, Phoenix Driver Development. Thanks for the work from the team on the setup, and yeah, thanks for you guys and SCNZ putting the show on. Awesome,
well done. That is Will Brown gets himself the podium in race 2, and I tell you what, he really earned that one starting from race 1. There, Dave, I was really impressed with his drive tonight, so well done to Will Brown. Next came off the rank was a guy that had us fully entertained at the back end of race 2, but all night. Jensen Bate, you got us on comms?
Yep, I got you.
Mate, as I said to one of your teammates there, what a fantastic night for Phoenix and all their sponsors. That was a great battle, and I tell you what, you and Rayhan at the back end of that one, obviously Rayhan's certainly in full management, but it's always nice to watch your Jensen Bate in full attack mode as well. Lots of respect, but talk to us about that strat, and you could obviously see the numbers and what was going through your head trying to attack Rayhan at the back end.
Yeah, well, I think he's just really smart with how he fuel saves, and obviously that comes with the experience. So there were some corners where I just couldn't overtake him when he was fuel saving, and one time going into turn 1, there was a chance, but I didn't expect him to fuel save that much, because even he said to me he started fuel saving too early. But I just think there wasn't a great opportunity to try send one. And obviously, I don't want to take him out as well and mess up both our races. So, I was pretty happy with second in the end after messing up my quali and like starting back in 17th. So yeah, pretty happy with how it all went.
Yep. And so, look, when that happens, and we saw Rehan look for the undercut, Jensen, did you sort of raise your eyebrows that potentially that was maybe a touch early?
Not necessarily, because he's like good enough with tires where he can pit a few laps earlier and still have pace. But I was carrying a bit of damage, so my laps were kind of slow, and my in lap was pretty slow. So I think he just obviously was a lot better on his out lap than my in lap, and then also I went too far forward in my pit box, so that cost me like a couple seconds.
Okay.
But I think if I hadn't done that, it would have been much closer. Maybe would have gone the other way. But yeah, it's kind of my error.
So it's building nicely, Jensen, this season. Obviously, you know, Rehan at the top, yourself in second, Brownie in third, and you know, very much looks like we're probably going to come out of this round, you know, relatively similar as well. So obviously, early in the piece, mate, it's ominous signs of a well-oiled machine, and then as in the chat box, Les piped up and sort of said, you know, look, these guys are good enough to go out and fight without taking each other out. And we heard it from you there, mate. Like, maximum respect to you guys for doing what you do. You know, I couldn't imagine Chicago is an easy place to drive the car fast, and you boys were absolutely on it all night tonight, and we appreciate the spectacle, man. So congratulations on that, and as always, mate, great opportunity to shout out those good sponsors of yours.
Yep, thanks guys. Obviously thank you to MATCHFIT Entertainment and SUPERCAR NZ for hosting the league. And thank you to my sponsors, GAMAFLARE, my team, Phoenix Racing, obviously, Sky 83, and Missing Money. And thanks to everyone who is at Phoenix and put on the great race today. Because without them, yeah, maybe a bit boring.
Yeah, man, you guys are certainly shining at the moment, Jensen. It's always pretty to watch, mate. Thank you very much, and congrats on the second place there.
Yeah, thank you guys.
There you go. That is Jensen Bade. So it's a bit of a Phoenix / GAMAFLARE show tonight. I tell you what, but they earned it, Davo, and I tell you what, earning it tonight goes 1-1 with the pole as well. Rehan, you got us on comms?
Yes, you do.
Mate, a little nerve-wracking at the back end of the second race, but, you know, you could just play it down as, oh, it's still part of the plan, good management. But I tell you what, fantastic performance, race one. Never looked in doubt. But that second one caught the pack, mate, and decided to go for the undercut. And we sort of had Laz tuning in as well. So part of the plan at the time, but cut it really close to the bone, yeah?
Yeah, it was, wasn't expecting to get that extra lap after that safety car, so we had to save a bit of fuel at the end, but also a bit of fighting there slowed it down enough, so it was fine. But yeah, it was a good fun race. First race was just about getting into the rhythm, and second one making sure we make all the passes cleanly, and just get through the pack as fast as we could.
Yeah, and getting back to making those passes cleanly, I think for me, the passing up and over the bridge, Rian, and then down the inside, early race one on Dutchy, that was textbook. Really, really a lot of trust between the team cars, and we saw it at the back end of race two as well. But look, just confidence down there, I believe, is it turn 5, Rehan? Just is it? Hang on, it might be turn 5. Actually, it might not be. It might be. It might be maybe 7 to 8. I'm not sure. But I tell you what, the car. Once again, really reminiscent of what we've seen from you before. Just the accuracy of diagonaling to the apex under brakes is beautiful. You know, I'm changing my camera angles to have a look for inside front locking, and there's none prevalent. So look, really got the car setups nice, and I would think that that's a testament to yourself and the team and everyone at Phoenix engineering these things. It was pretty clear show. I think before you pit stop, we had the Phoenix 1, 2, 3, 4. And look to finish that way without the mistake from Dutchy under brakes through the turn 3, turn 4 part of the circuit. But hey, on that note, I'd like to know how much fuel did you finish with, Rayan?
I finished with about half a litre left. It was pretty close.
It's well managed. Oh, wow. It is well managed. And look, give us an honest assessment. Turn 1, second to last lap. Did you think your teammate was actually going to get down the inside when you were fuel saving down into one?
Well, I accidentally started fuel saving too early on that one, and then I was like, oh, this is gonna be close. I told Jensen just fight. You know, after all, we're still fighting for championship together, so don't back down. Just do what you need to do.
Yeah,
So
no,
we
and I'll tell you
we had
what's
that
awesome.
fight.
That is awesome. That is fantastic to watch. Look, man, we appreciate the entertainment. You boys had us fully entertained. A lot of stuff to navigate tonight. Obviously, safety cars and a little bit of blue flags and cars not getting away by in the first one certainly made it a little bit interesting through the pack throughout. But you know, you had your head high and went out there and drove it to the front both times as well. So well done, Rehan, on another outstanding victory and obviously a great opportunity to shout out all the good people behind you and supporting you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank GAMAFLARE, MATCHFIT Entertainment, the Broadcasting Lounge, Sky TV Channel 83, Hybrid Racing Simulations, obviously the guys at Phoenix, Jensen, Will, and Dutchy. Dutchy especially, he's been really fast all week. It's unfortunate about the mistake at the end, but it was good battling with him and using him as the benchmark to figure out where I was at. And yeah, you guys for putting on the show and everyone for turning up to race.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Well done, mate. Building a nice little buffer in this championship as Rehan Leonage at the moment. Thank you for the chat, my friend. No doubt we will talk again soon.
Thank you very much. See you then.
Yeah. So there you go, Davo. Once again, and I tell you what, there's a pattern forming here. These
You think
guys,
so?
yeah. Look, just the dynamics of this team. You know, there's a lot of other guys out there that we need to mention. You know, beautiful performance, race one from Phil Antoon. Welcome back. Had a little bit of time off. Had the boss man actually come across the Tasman and maybe give him a few wise words of wisdom in the recent past as well. I understand maybe a bit of a dinner meeting and hey, tune that thing up and get amongst it, lad. And he's responded beautifully with a I think tonight he went P3 P9, so it's a good effort back on what was a particularly difficult circuit for me.
Sure.
No surprises to see Pepperell up there, Davo. He is always a contender, but a great drive you mentioned as well from Gunstone, and I'm pretty sure that you mentioned Redford as well.
Yeah, Ridley. Was it Ridley? Hang on, who was it? It was...
Yeah. Ridley Turner finished beautifully, up 19 spots in race 2, but I think Dylan Radford.
Oh, Radford, yes. It was Radford, yes.
Had a solid night, so...
Yes, and Ridley. Sorry, Ridley.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah. It was Dylan Radford. Definitely stood out tonight, so nice work from him as well, J-Man. But look, awesome job from all the boys. I mean, we gotta congratulate all these guys, like, because they are really putting on the show here. Viewers, we are just literally just spectating this stuff, and it is awesome. And I think I've mentioned it a few times across the broadcast tonight. The way these guys can race this close, not only to the wall, but with each other in what is a particularly difficult car to drive. In our racing here, in this particular platform, this is the difficult car to drive. Out of all of the cars, this is the one, and it's an Aussie V8 supercar, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, awesome stuff, J-Man. Great show here tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow night for the Sim Blacks, the 2026 SCNZ Sim Blacks Porsche Cup. But for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're sort of running out of time. I've got about 10 seconds to go. We're going to thank everybody for joining us, from J-Man and myself. We're probably going to wrap it up. We are just going to quickly touch base about ALLPORTS, 15% off Sparko seats. Bam, right there. Sim Blacks, Triple Crown. Supercars NZ, Sim Blacks, Triple Crown. Ladies and gentlemen, get amongst that. The Bend, Mount Panorama, Sandown Raceway, driver swaps. That's all coming later this year. If you want to sign up, get to the Sim Racing Hub, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. And if you want to win some stuff, scan that QR code very quickly before I shut this stuff down. That is the Get a Sim competition. Thank you, GAMAFLARE, Supercars NZ, MATCHFIT Entertainment, obviously involved, and everybody else that's involved. Get amongst that. ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be drawn in a few weeks' time. That, I think, is a wrap. We are going to see you all tomorrow night. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Porsche Cup, baby.
Porsche Cup. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, MatchFit Entertainment legends and Sky 83 viewers. We will see you all again next week. Bye for now.